A very good evening, and it's now time to talk sports. My name is Moses Wahisi. Tonight we start with matters to do with the football, whereby Harambee Stars has a new tactician, and the man is a Sebastian Migne, who comes from France, and he was in charge of Congo-Brazzaville. Now he's taking role for the duty to aid Kenya to qualify for the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. For him, he's saying that he's a confident man, owing and also hoping that he'll get a lot of support from the local supporters who love soccer here in the country. Robinson Okenye filed that report.
After months of waiting, Football Kenya Federation finally named the new national team coach and his assistant. Sebastian Migne takes over as the head coach of Harambee Stars on a 3-year contract, taking over from Stanley Okumbi, who held the position on an interim basis after the exit of Belgian Paul Put.
Among the young coaches of Africa that are finding the new philosophy to change Africa and the way football is played. We have put in a lot of work to get here. It wasn't easy to have him. It wasn't easy to convince him to come to Kenya.
I'm ready to start. I will be from next Sunday around the pitch to see the game.
The Frenchman, who was unveiled in Nairobi, is no stranger to African football. He served as Togo's head coach Claude Riro's assistant for 9 years. He was the head coach for Congo-Brazzaville.
Sure, I don't want to play a back foot, okay? I want to try to build something.
The Frenchman, who is on a 3-year contract's first major assignment, will be against Ghana in AFCON qualifiers. Migne will also oversee the under-23 and under-20 national teams.
We will have some friendly games at the end of this month. We walk about it.
He will be deputized by Nicolas Borike, while goalkeeper trainer Guilherme Kofi and Ludovic Brel will be coming in whenever the team has assembled for camp. He will also select his local assistants. Robinson Okenye, Ktn Sports.
Thank you, Robinson, for that. Now, I'm not guilty. I will prove it, and I just need some few time. Asbel Kiprop is saying that he will do all that he must do to show the world that he has not doped. Reports have come out for the recent few hours suggesting that he failed a drug test, but he's responded with a long 20-pointers statement, whereby he's saying that in some of the parts of further, if I had doped, if I had any substance in my system, then I will not make myself available for the sampling on 27th, 2017, having been given a notice on 26th November 2017 of the intended doping procedure that actually underwent. The father actually says that the guys that went and they did what they had to do, and he took some few minutes to go to his bedroom, and maybe those sampled were interfered with. In other parties, also quoted having said that I have been asked to admit that I doped so that I will be made an ambassador of the IAAF anti-doping. So he has raised a lot of issues in the statement that he has given out, saying that he is a clean athlete and he'll do everything to show the world that he has always been clean and truthful to his quest. So this is a developing story. We're waiting to see what will transpire. We're also waiting to hear from the World Anti-Doping Agency at the same time from the AUI. So it is a story that is still coming out. The Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya has not said anything. We've been trying to get into communication with them. Also, the Athletics Kenya are yet to issue an official statement. For Asbel, he's holding it strong, that is clean, but we wait and see if, and only if, those allegations will come to light and anything will take precedence. Now, let's talk about another champion altogether, and that is Eliud Kipchoge. He has done wonders in his athletics career. We know he has been able to win the London Marathon 3 times. He's also the Olympic champion. And for him, he's saying, I always do it in a clean way, and I hope all the Kenyans will emulate me in my clean ways in regards of building my career.
If you see somebody winning a big race, that's not success. That's a championship character. But the minutes, hours, weeks, months of training is what matters. All professions are the same. If you know what you are doing and you really treat your profession with seriousness itself, fact actually has a big plans for this country as far as football and nurturing the talent is concerned. And we compare notes, and I realized that all in all, between football and athletics, the one core factor is discipline and hard work, and above all, working smart.
Let's talk about the elite battle, and that is the Champions League, where Liverpool will have a date against Real Madrid in the finals. That will be played on 26th of this month. You talk about Liverpool. Yesterday, they got a scare after going down 4-2 against AS Roma. This is how those goals were scored.
Mane left. Mane in. Mane scores! Liverpool in an even stronger position. That's El Shaarawy, and it's in! It pinballed around the penalty area. It's blasted against James Milner by Lovren. Milner in. That's up but not out. In fact, it's back, and it's Wijnaldum, who's headed Liverpool in front again. His first ever goal in the Champions League. What a game to... Shaarawy now. Carrier's palms. Dzeko! It's 2-2. Celebrations in the stands, not from the players in deep Roma red. Nangolan hits it and it beats Karius. Barely a reaction from Rajan Nangolan. Free deemed so. Nangolan fires in. The gap is just one, but there's barely time for the game.
A lot is happening in the world of football, and so also a lot is happening in the world of NBA. We have a host of matches, the series going on, different teams trying to get those points. Yesterday's result, Utah Jazz were impressive in their form. They were able to get a 116-108 victory against the Houston Rockets.
Harden's got the rebound. Under 9 to play in the first half. Working into Burks. Driving out high. Down hard. Capella. Burks. Anderson defends.
In a few minutes, we'll be having the Europa League tie. That is Arsenal going head-on against Atletico Madrid. I know, Ben Kitili, you always support Arsenal, and you're saying that it is your time to win the Europa League and maybe feature in next year's Champions League. Is Wenger getting that victory, Kitili?
Indeed, Moses. It is a big one for the Arsenal players. Atletico Madrid haven't conceded a lot of goals. I think only 4 goals at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. So a big ask for the Arsenal guys. Let's see and let's wait and see what's going to happen. Thank you, Moses. Moses with the latest in sports there. And that's where we wind up KTN Prime tonight. Of course, coming up at the top of the hour on KTN News from 10 p.m. is Yusuf Ibrahim with Bottom Line Africa. In his first weeks in office, he was applauded for getting down to work. Just find out who we're talking about. Join Yusuf Ibrahim and his panelists on yet another episode of Bottom Line Africa. That is at 10 p.m. only on KTN News. That's where we leave it on the broadcast this Thursday night. We appreciate you spending part of the evening with us. For all of us here on the broadcast, I am Ben Kitili. Thank you for watching, and good night from Nairobi.